Saturday night streams are back, baby! Woo! Hello, and welcome everybody. Yes, that's right, Saturday night streams are back. We've had a few humps and bumps in the form of the shows, the invert shows, etc. But we are back now, Wednesday and Saturday, we are back. I am Mitch. This is Unseen Universe, where nature meets nurture, baby. Woo! How's it going, everybody? Welcome. I hope everybody's all right. Sorry about that little glitch right there. I think somebody pressed the wrong button. Somebody might have pressed the wrong button. I don't know who that is, but anyway, here we are. Here is my right-hand man, my partner in crime, the guy who's always here to help you, help me, help everybody behind the scenes, doing all the little work for me. It's Gavilar from Impossible Invert. Whoa! How are you doing, Gavilar?
Yep.
Do you like Gav's little bit? There you go. That's Gav's little bit. We're going to have that every single show where Gav's here, where he's always here. That's why we're doing a little bit for him. So there you go. Gav, Impossible Inverts. Dude, how's it going, man?
Yeah, not bad. I can't believe that he's run away now after that hiccup. He's run away. I've had words with him.
No worries, dude. No worries, man. No worries. I don't know what happened there. Don't know what happened. Somebody pressed the wrong button. We'll not go into that. We'll not go It's not going to be the first time. I mean, it's probably the first time. It's definitely not going to be the last time. So, but yeah, that is your first yellow card. Anyway, I hope everybody's all right. Let's just have a quick look. Who have we got in the chat? We'll have a quick chat with everyone and then we'll crack on. So how's it going, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Who have we got? We've got Andy, Spiders. We've got Andy's Hollow, and we've got Greg from 8 Legs, 4 Wheels. How's it going, guys? You all right? We've got Darren, Andy, Spiders. I've said that. Aruna Exotics. How's it going, Claire? Welcome. Tim's in the house. Timothy, how's it going, buddy? Are you Compass Mentis? How far into that bottle of wine have you gone so far, dude? Who else have we got in the house, man? Anybody? I've said Darren. They're all talking amongst themselves. Matthew's in the house. Obviously, we've got Sidex. Maybe Ebbs is joining us as well. If you are, welcome, guys. Obviously, we're featuring your stuff tonight, guys, so we'll talk about you in a little minute. I think I've covered everybody. I think that's everybody. So there we go. Welcome, everybody.
Person.
You what, dude?
New person.
There's a new person in the house. Who's that? Oh, is it Darren? Darren new?
No, Lauren
Darren's
H on screen.
You what, sorry?
It's on screen.
Can't see it. Oh, sorry. I wasn't looking. Lauren, I was too busy looking at the comments. Lauren's in the house. How's it going, Lauren? I think you might be new. You might be a new person. How's it going? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. If it's your first time, special welcome to you. And I hope you like what you see tonight and you continue to join us. So, here we go. I feel like I recognise Lauren's photo, though. I don't know. Maybe, Lauren, have we chatted on social media? Maybe on Facebook or something? I don't know. I feel like I recognise that face from somewhere. Maybe we chatted at some point. So let us know anyway, Lauren. Let us know in the chat. Don't be shy. We are happy fun community here. We've got such an amazing group of people who are joining us week in, week out, and everybody gets on and has a good chat. First time, yes, Lauren, it's the first time. Well, welcome. So, let's just crack on, shall we? Yeah, there we go. Facebook and email. I thought I recognised that face, you know. I thought I did. I wasn't sure, but there you go. You never know. Tim, debauchery and inverts is generally on the menu. Now, don't be put off. That's just Tim. He's had some whiskies. He's had. I know he's kicked off with some. I know he's well into his bottle of wine now. And yeah, debauchery will probably start if Adam maybe joins us later as well. So there's always a good chance on that. So anyway, here we are. We've got some stuff to do tonight. I'm doing some rehousings. We've got some chromatopelma, sinopubescence. I think I got that right, didn't I, Gav? First time out, straight out the gate. Also known as the green bottle blue GBB. I've got a juvenile to rehouse for that. I've got the Monosotropus balfouri, Socotra Island blue baboon. I've got a lovely, lovely mature male that I'm going to do a quick rehouse on that as well. And I've also got some slings, Chilobrachys huahini, the Asian fawn or huahini bird eater. We've got about 5 of those, I think. And yes, they have come from, you guessed it. You'll have seen the what am I calling it? The thumbnail. And yeah, that's right. It's all about. Here we go. Let me just get the camera up properly. It's all about the Invert Kingdom tonight, baby. There we go. Invert Kingdom UK. That's our side X and Ebbs, aka Francis, and Black Wolf. I've got those. I think I've got those right. So there you go. It's the Invert Kingdom UK. That's who I've got these from. That mature male balfouri. Juvenile GBB and 5 huahini slings. They're quite grown on slings. I think they're about 3 to 4 centimeters now. So they have all come from Francis and Ebbs at the Invert Kingdom UK. That's right. We love these guys. Sidex and Ebbs, Invert Kingdom UK. They are everywhere. They're on Facebook. Obviously, they're on YouTube. They've been going some years on YouTube, producing awesome videos and content. Rehousing videos, breeding videos, care videos, all that good stuff, man. So go check them out. Gav's going to drop some links in the chat for you to go. Lauren, you're new here, so you may or may not know of Invert Kingdom UK. Go check them out. So YouTube, Invert Kingdom UK, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Woo, everything. They don't have a website anymore now. I think they've stopped using the website now, but they do have plenty of stock, plenty of grown-on slings, plenty of adults and sub-adults and all kinds of things going on. So if you want a list of what they've got available, just pop them an email or a message over at Facebook and they will send you a list of what they've got. So there you go. Honestly, Francis and Ebbs, awesome, lovely people. They will sort you out. They will look after you, and they always sort me out. I love dealing with these guys. They are absolutely precious. So there you go. And also I got a new one as well. Look, we've got a new one of Ebbs. There we go. Woo! It's Ebbs. Black Wolf Ebbs. Let me just get that right. Thank you very much for the new sticker, guys. Thank you so much. There we go. Lovely, lovely Ebbs. It's canny, isn't it? It's a canny likeness, I reckon. So thank you so much, guys, for the stickers. I love the new sticker, Ebbs. Fantastic. I'm still waiting for my key rings. I'm just going to be like Adam. I'm just going to shamelessly beg for stuff. So what the hell? It works for that Scottish git, so it might work for me. Anyway, there you go. Matthew Ward says, Invert Kingdom are awesome. We all know Invert Kingdom are awesome, so there you go. If by any chance you don't know these guys, go check them out on all that social media presence. Right, without further ado, let's just crack on, shall we? Because basically I have got some housings to make up. I've kind of partially got some houses made up. I've got this that I'm going to put the mature male balfouri in. It just needs a little bit of a. I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit. I did have a big huntsman in here, but unfortunately it passed away. So I'm basically just going to put a little bit more substrate in here, and I'm going to freshen it up and then that's going to be for the balfouri. I've also got for the GBB juvenile. I've got this little bad boy. Basically, again, I'm just going to change this a little bit. I'm going to take out about half of the substrate because GBBs like it nice and dry. They don't necessarily need that much substrate because at this juvenile stage now, there's a good chance that it probably won't burrow very much at all, if at all. So I'm going to reduce down the amount of substrate and put some dry sand stroke cocoa fiber over the top because they do like it bone dry. And then I'm going to add a few extra little anchor points down the back and the side because hopefully it's going to lovely web that up. I still don't know what I'm doing with this juvenile yet, so I don't know whether or not I'm going to move it on or I'm going to keep it. It all depends. What I am going to do is I'm going to put it in that enclosure, which I think will be perfectly fine for it, until it molts again, and then we'll figure out whether or not it's a male or a female, and I'll make a decision whether or not I'm keeping it from there onwards. We also have the 5 Chilobrachys huahini, who are fossorial and opportunistic burrowers, as people like to say. So what I'm going to do is, because they're about 3 to 4 centimeters, I'm going to put them in these 24-ounce jelly pots. If I can pull these apart. There you go, look. So I've got these 24-ounce deli pots. I did think about putting them in my usual 16-ounce deli pots, but I decided that I think I'm keeping these huahinis. Is that what we decided, Gav? We were going to keep these and grow them up.
I think so. But
so
these,
yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think these are the babies from the huahini behind you.
Yeah. So yes, I think we have Mum right here. I think Sidex will put us straight on that. These 5 huahinis, Sidex, are they in fact the progeny of this lovely, gorgeous female that you sent me? Well, a couple of months ago now, I think. But yeah. So if you confirm that, Sidex, that would be awesome. So there you go. Right, I'm going to start, I think, with the. I'm going to start with the mature male balfouri. I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to do the balfouri first, and then I'm going to do the huahinis, and then I'm going to do the GBB last off. And of course, Critter Cam is going to be with us all the way, and we'll get some nice footage of all of them as we go on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just zoom out a little bit. Oop, no, that's in. There we go. There we go. So there you go. You can see these are the lovely Unseen Universe vivariums. They are the top and front opening door vivariums. There you go. I know lots of you were looking at these at the show, and I'm sorry, I still haven't put them on the website yet. So, but actually, they are still selling. Believe it or not, I'm selling quite a few. So Greg, if you're still interested, my friend, I'm sorry they're not on the website yet, but you just need to let me know what you want, and I will put them aside for you, my friend. Don't you worry about that. If you still want them, man, you won't miss out. So there you go. No escapees tonight, Tim. No. Well, I say no. Who knows? Anything could happen, man. Anything usually does happen. It may happen and probably will happen. So there you go. Who knows? Right. What I'm going to do? No, unfortunately not. He never managed to breed her. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Yeah, that's the point, actually. So I am actually looking for a male for this female. So if anybody knows of any male huahini, adult male, then please let us know, because we definitely need a male. So there you go. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to freshen this this up a little bit. I just want to put a little bit more substrate in there and just give it a little bit of a refresher. So yeah, so even though, I mean, the thing is, I've no idea how long I'm going to have this male for. There's a good chance. Obviously, we've got an adult. I do have an adult female, but the thing is, she was paired. God, she was paired over 2 years ago. I'm still not entirely sure exactly when I paired her. But she was paired a couple of years ago, and she was definitely paired, but I haven't seen a molt or an egg sac since. So what I want to do is I want to. So I'm just going to dampen this substrate down here, and then I'm going to add some more over the top. So yeah, basically the female, what I'm going to do is, because nothing's happened ever since, I'm going to give her a refit. I'm going to move her on. I'm going to move her into a lovely new bioactive enclosure, or some. I'm going to move her into a new enclosure, nicer enclosure, and really sort her out. So I'm going to do a live stream on that at some point in the future, and then I'm hoping that's going to either encourage her to drop in a sack or something. I don't really know yet. I need to have a think, but I'm definitely going to. I'm definitely going to use this male and maybe try pairing her up again, just to see what's going on. Just because, well, you know, Francis said that he had this male going, and I've got this female just sat there, and then I've no idea whether or not we need to pair her again. I don't know whether she's going to drop an egg sac. I've just no idea. We just don't know what she's doing, do we, Gav? She's just like sat there doing nothing, as far as I can tell.
I'm hoping, because she hasn't been out, I'm hoping she's actually molting, because she wouldn't take food.
Yeah.
And she re-webbed all entrance back up, didn't she?
Yeah, she has. So we'll see. I think what we'll have to do is we'll just have to get her moved into a freshen up a new enclosure, get her moved, and see what happens. Give her a little time to settle into that, and then if she still does nothing, we'll just try and pair her up with this male. You know, we've got this male now. I think he's relatively young. I think Francis said that he matured on. I think he matured in January or something like that. So so you know, he's good. He's good for a while yet. You know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, like I say, we're just going to rehouse the female, put her in a nice, lovely new enclosure, see how she gets on for a couple of weeks. If she does nothing, we'll just have a go at pairing up the male.
At least he's got 2 balls.
At least he has 2 balls. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's a little in joke that I'll fill you in on in a future live stream. We've basically got this adult pair of Redunculus now. We've managed to pick up a male to go with my female Redunculus. That, if you saw a couple of streams back, you'll have seen that I did manage to get hold of an adult female, again from the invert kingdom, I might add. And I've managed to get a male from ads, and it turns out he's only got one ball. So he's only got 1 penny pouch, and but he has knocked up a spermatozoa. What we're calling it, Gav? A sperm web.
Wanky web.
Sorry about that. There might be some kids viewing. Gav. Let's just be careful. So anyway, right, what I've done is I've just put some fresh substrate in there. So basically it is bioactive substrate in terms of it's basically a lovely mix of cocoa fiber, vermiculite, and it's got some leaf litter in there and a bit of rotting wood, and it's got some springtails and some white dwarf wood lice. So it's all a little bit bioactive. I've just given it a little bit of a spray. I've not wet it through. It's just a little bit damp. But now I'm going to add some more just over the top. This is bone dry. I've been drying this for a while. Well, it's not bone dry, but it's dry. It's dryish. I'm just going to put that over the top because obviously the balfouri don't particularly like anything wet as such. Well, nobody likes wet, do they? So there you go. Right. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to put a piece of cork bark in there. That's the wrong way around. Piece of cork bark in there, and obviously a very small amount of decoration. get rid of that. This is just going to be a basic setup. There's no need to go mental. It's just a nice piece of cork bark for him to rock up behind if he wants. A bit of fake fern, and I'm also going to put some sphagnum moss in there, but this is bone dry, just to mix things up a bit. There we go. So there we go. Pretty basic. I'm going to put in a what else was I going to put in there? Oh yeah, this, even though I don't need it. Just going to put that in there at the side there. There we go.
Eb's in the house.
Eb's in the house. Black Wolf Ebs. How's it going, Ebs? You all right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. There we go. Very simple. Nice and simple, nice and basic.
Exactly, Tim. Exactly.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think I've put too much in there now, but I decided to just go for it. So there you go. Very simple, lovely. Piece of cork bark, fake flower, fake leaf at the back. Done. More than what it needs, but you know. So there you go. That's that one. Let's do the rehouse. Woohoo! Okay, where's me bin?
Don't know where you've been. I feel like that were wasted.
You all right, dude?
I said I feel like that were wasted.
What are you on about?
I said I don't know where you've been.
I don't know what you're on about. Anyway, right. Okay. Got that sorted out. Let's get the balfouri, shall we? Here we go. Right, I'm going to do the usual top camera. Okay. Where's my trusty blue tack? Jeremy's in the house. Spooky Dukes is in the house. See, this is why I need the earphones sorting out, Gav, because I can't hear you half the time when you're saying stuff. Right, time for the first rehouse. It's going to be the mature male. Let's have a look. Shall we see what we will see? Obviously, get the old catch cup. I don't think we'll need it with this guy, will we? What do you reckon? There we go.
It should be all right. It shouldn't be too bad.
There we go, guys. Lovely mature male. Looking absolutely stupendous. And there we go. Look, stretching his legs out a little bit. Look at that. Saying hi, look. Saying hi. High five.
Yeah, give me a high five.
High five. Beautiful.
You better high five a male. You won't better do it to a female.
There he is, look. Look. Absolutely beautiful. Thinking about getting Criticam out before I put him in the enclosure. What do you reckon, Gav?
Yeah.
I think it's that time. Hopefully he won't run away. He'll stay calm. I think we might get the opportunity to have a closer look at his little face. So, I think I'm going to get Criticam out. It's Criticam! Criticam time! We're going to do it. We're just going to get Criticam out right away. We're just going to get him out because once we put him in the enclosure, he might just disappear. At least if we get him out while he's looking pretty chill, hopefully he's going to stay chill. We need some more light on the old job. Here we go, guys. Look at his little face. Woo! Oh my goodness. There we go, guys. He's right there. No, he's not Tim. He's looking chill. He's chilled, man. He's not going anywhere. Don't say stuff like that. There we go, guys. Woo, he's moving. He's moving. It's alright. I'm not going to panic just yet. Well, we got a little look at him, didn't we? Okay. You don't want to stay.
Tim's fault.
It is Tim's fault. It's totally Tim's fault. It's alright, we might still be able to get a little bit of a look at him while he's in the cup. I mean, you can't blame him, to be fair.
No. It's cool to see it from that angle. You know, to see how it's actually the hairs that give the white a colour.
Yeah, exactly.
And the actual exoskeleton.
He's coming out for a walk. Okay. Well, you kind of missed that, but he's in. I had to just react to the situation. Right, well, he's in. So he started getting a little bit lively, which is fine. And he came out of the cup. He crawled onto my hand. You didn't actually see any of that. So, but anyway, he's in. So it's all good, guys. It's all good. Right, so that's the mature male. He didn't want to sit around. I don't blame him. I thought I'd take the opportunity if and while it was presenting itself. But he's in there now. I'm going to see if we can get some footage of him. Let's have a look. We've got his... You can just about see his fangs. They're not very clear through the acrylic. Don't worry, guys. Sorry, Spooky Dukes. I will get in touch. Don't worry. I promise I will. I know she's already asked me. I just keep getting snowed under with so many messages. I know it's no excuse, but honestly, it's everybody's messages just keep getting buried, and I can't keep up. So there you go. Well, please note, honestly, pester. If you want my attention, honestly, I'm sorry to have to say, I know it's a pain, but you have to basically just keep bumping your message above everybody else's. So just keep bumping the message up above. I'm really sorry, but honestly, I will not be annoyed. I will not. Honestly, I'm more annoyed with myself for not staying on top of the message situation. So please, honestly, just bump the message up and keep yourself on my radar. Honestly, it's the best way to do it. So
depending on what the question is, I can answer some of them.
yeah. I mean,
if it's just stuff like pricing, I can answer you that if you message me.
We'll have to try and sort something out, Gav, so that you could maybe help me out a little bit in that regard. I don't know. We'll see. I find it almost impossible to keep up with things. So anyway,
because I imagine like if you get a normal person, might get like 5 messages or like 5 different people messaging them during the day. But you start times in that
at least. So we can't see him properly now without actually opening the door, which I kind of knew that was going to happen. So anyway, there we go. He's in. We'll come back to him. Because we need to just crack on. Got plenty of other things to do. Let me just remove critic cam. Let's just. I'll just put that up there like this, and then I'll see if I can show you. There he is. Look. So he's in there. Everything's fine.
Apparently, he's a bit of a stud as well.
Really?
Yeah.
There he is anyway, guys. Safe and sound. Right. One down. I think we'll do the huahini now.
I feel like that's one of those words that you have to do a chop at the same time.
Right. So, like I said before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the huahini now, and I'm going to put them in these 24-ounce bellies. I'm basically just going to use these lids and this bit of cork bark and the topsoil because it's quite dry on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some fresh. I'm going to put some fresh substrate in the 24-ounce delis. So this is. It's not wet. It's not moist. It's just got a little bit of moisture. These are fossorial, these Chilobrachys huahini. So I'm basically going to I'm going to fill these 24-ounce pots up to about 2/3, I think. So there we go. It's about 2/3 full. Pack that down, and then I'm just gonna.
All that'll be on lid in a week.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to put some of this drier stuff over the top. A little bit of cork bark just to. I'm just going to put the beginnings of a little hole in there. Put the moss around the top, and that's it basically. that's basically it. About as basic as it gets. So that is basically nearly full of dirt, and basically just left about 1 inch to 2 inches at the top. And these little guys will just they'll just dig all the way down, pretty much straight away, I think. So I'm just going to do the same with all 5. I don't know if I've got enough substrate here. Wait 1 moment. More substrate. So, you might notice I'm wearing the old Ghostbusters t-shirt tonight. That is because we are watching the Ghostbusters films again. We just watched the first one again. I don't think I've seen it for about 20 years.
Please tell me you're just watching 1 and 2.
Well, do you know what? The only reason we're watching the Ghostbusters films again is because Becky really wants to watch the new one, you know, because it's all girls. No, actually, it's she wants to watch it because it's also got what's his name out of it from Thor. She's got Thor in it, so you know, what can I say?
Hemsworth.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, so we're basically watching all the what did it do? Oh, yeah, we go. We're basically watching all the Ghostbusters film again. So I thought, why not wear your old Ghostbusters t-shirt, man? I've been thinking about starting doing a little question, getting to know you question for the people in the chat. You know, just to you know, something completely
they're all just getting threatened with a shoe at the moment.
A shoe? What's going on?
Ebbs is going to beat everyone with a shoe.
Okay. Sounds ominous. Any particular reason why?
There's huntsmen involved.
Okay. Does that mean Jeremy's been involved?
Yeah.
What a surprise. There we go. There's another one. So I'm just putting some. So the bottom. So all the bottom layer of this substrate has basically got a is got a little bit of moisture to it, and then I'm just putting a top layer of dry on there as well because I think they do quite like it a little bit dry, but also quite high humidity at the same time. I think I've got like 65 to 75%, so they do like a little bit of humidity. That's why the substrate is quite dry on top.
John's in the house.
John's in the house. How's it going, John? You all right, buddy? There you go. That's our John. White rose tarantulas. So you missed the rehouse of the mature male balfouri. Nothing too exciting going on there, really. So at the moment, I'm just potting up some pots of dirt for my next pots of dirt to go on the shelf.
Along with mine accent, Saber Blues and Velociraptors and the Chiodites.
Yeah.
I'll use the proper name.
So there you go. Lots of pots of dirt on the shelf right now. So these are for the huahini slings that I've got. There we go. So I'm basically just doing very, very basic. These are exactly the same setups as what I've done for the Minax, basically. Exactly the same. We have just a nice deep substrate, because these are a fossorial species, the huahini. Chilobrachys, generally all fossorial. So they do like to burrow.
I've seen it on Facebook.
You right, dude? Oh, they're still talking about a list.
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm basically filling these pots up with basic substrate, vermiculite, topsoil, cocoa fibre, and they've got some springtails in there and some dwarf white wood lice, just to keep the substrate clean. But other than that, there's nothing else going on with it. And I'm basically just adding some sphagnum moss to help with humidity, because these Chilobrachys huahini do like a little bit of humidity. You know, like any species, they like a little bit of humidity. Apart from the GBBs, obviously, which like it bone dry, as far as I can tell.
Greg's got a new video coming out tomorrow.
Who has?
Greg. 8 legs, 4 wheels.
Oh, Greg. Yeah, cool. I think Andy popped out a video this morning as well, which I've still not quite seen yet. So there you go. Greg, 8 legs, 4 wheels. If you don't know Greg, get over to his channel, 8 legs, 4 wheels. Does some absolutely fantastic content, cracking videos, rehousings, care. Get over and see Greg over on YouTube. He's got a new video on the channel, 8:30 tomorrow night, as long as he can edit it well enough. Well, I'm sure you will. Greg. You're a consummate professional, my friend. Is that going to be a premiere, Greg? Probably. Right, I just need another piece of corkbark. Seem to be missing one. Hang on a minute. That'll do. A little piece there. That will do. There we go. Right. There we have it. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, guys, that was the boring bit done. So I just need to freshen up these pots a little bit. I see you sent me something, Gav. What's that?
Yeah, you need to look at it.
What, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Right, everybody. Sorry about that. That was the boring bit. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring my beautiful face over. So right, I've done the 5 pots of dirt. We are all ready for the huahini. But what I am going to do is I do need to just add a little bit more moss to these, because we don't want the enclosure to dry out at all. We want to retain a good level of humidity, 65 to 75%. Like I said, these are a fossorial species, so they will spend the majority of their time down in the hole, right down. They will burrow all the way down to the bottom, and they will probably come up at night, have a little bit of a poke around now and again, especially if they're looking for a little bit of food, obviously. So, right, I've been instructed to look at my Facebook, because apparently somebody sent me something. Who's
It come from Claire, that.
that come from Claire?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Claire, that's fantastic. That is amazing. Thanks so much. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna have to put some stuff together on these, aren't I? Because we've got Claire, we've got Kaylee, obviously from Kaylee's Art, who's always doing some little animations and pictures and videos and stuff. And I've not actually shown any of these, and they're absolutely brilliant. And I keep meaning to do a little feature for Kaylee for that because she's some of her stuff's absolutely brilliant. And then Claire from Aruna Exotics has just done a little sketch for me, and it's absolutely brilliant. So I will show everybody all these little doodles and sketches that people are doing for me. Honestly, it touches me because they're just so funny, and I think if I get the chance, I just don't want to. I don't want to spend my time sat in front of my phone while I'm doing a live stream because that's not very exciting, is it? But it looks like. Just a minute. What have we got? It looks like there's quite a lot going on there. There's a lot of information about lists, which is quite an in thing. So I'm going to, if I get a chance, I'm going to email this to myself. If I get the chance, I'll bring it up, and but I don't know if I will. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. Just a minute. Right, I've sent that to myself. If I get the chance, I will, but I don't really want to mess about. Anyway, looks like we've got Rocky is in the house. Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks, how's it going, guys? Welcome. We've also got Scott's Animal Adventures. Scott, how's it going? Spiders, Andy's in the house. I don't know whether he's been in here all along or whether he's only just joined us. I'm not entirely sure, but. Anyway, what's going on here? Looks like somebody's infiltrating the stream. What's going on here? If it was anybody else, I'd tell you to go away because this is my stream. It's Saturday night. It's not what we might consider a drop-in. What is going on here? Anyway, without further ado, we've got some special guests on. It's only because I've got all this stuff from the Invert Kingdom UK. We've got Francis and Ebbs. I'm more than happy for you guys to come up. Are you ready, guys? Give me a thumbs up. There we go. Here we go. How's it going, guys? Francis and Ebbs in the house. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
We have infiltrated the stream. We
This,
will only leave
this
for
is the
$1
Saturday night stream.
million.
Yeah, the Saturday night stream is all about me, myself and I, and my stuff that I've got going on. And there you are, bullying your way in, man.
We had help from Mini-Me.
Yeah, no, I know. I gathered. Obviously,
It would cost you $1 million to get rid of us.
Obviously, you didn't find the stream key by accident. Obviously, it didn't just like turn up in your inbox.
It was Jeremy. It's all Jeremy's fault.
So there you go. Here we go. Anyway, it's Francis, aka Side X, and Ebbs, obviously Black Wolf Ebbs. So how's it going? They together are indeed Invert Kingdom UK. These are the guys who I keep talking about and keep bigging up, and they keep selling me awesome stuff. So they keep coming on, and yeah, great stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Honestly, everything's super cool. I'm really happy with what's arrived, and that male balfouri looks absolutely stunning. He looks very happy in his new home.
He's so pretty.
He's a good lad as well.
He's a good lad. Hopefully, we can get some with him. So, like I was saying before, mate, that female balfouri, I've had her for years, and I paired her like, God, I don't even know how long ago it was. I'm pretty certain it was before COVID and Brexit. It's about 2.5 years ago, maybe. I think, I'm not entirely sure. And to be honest, I kind of neglected her for such a long time because I had so much going on a couple of years ago. A lot of things got neglected. You know how it is. I went through a bit of a phase, and I didn't neglect it to the point where I just ignored her completely. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just for the record, like she got fed and stuff.
No, he's lying. He shoved her in a shoebox and put her in the corner.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Do not talk to me on my child again.
So basically, she's really fallen out with me, and but to be honest, I don't really know what's been going on. I don't think there's an egg sac in there. I kept having a quick look just to see if anything was happening. But it looks like she's kind of stopped eating, hasn't she, Gav? I think so.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to maybe just leave her for a bit longer, see if anything happens. If nothing happens, I'm going to rehouse her because she's in a very derelict enclosure. She's in an exoterra, but it's very, very basic piece of cork bark, and that's about it. You know what I mean? So I don't think she's very happy, and it's my fault. So she needs a rehouse. I'm going to put her in something really nice, and look after her a little bit better and see if anything happens. If she doesn't do anything after I've rehoused her, I think I'm just going to have a go with your male and see what happens. So
whack him in and let him do his thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, right, I'm going to minimise you. Are you just going to hang out then, guys?
Yeah, we're just going to hang out.
All right, cool. Well, feel free to discuss, talk about anything, whatever you want to do. So these huahini then, I'm just about to rehouse them now. I've got my pots ready, guys. I did think about just moving them on, but then I thought, well, actually, I'm just going to keep them, I think, because they're a nice little size, and I thought I'd just keep them.
Yeah, to be fair, with how hard males are to come by as well, it's probably worth it, just in the hope that you might get a male or two out of them.
Yeah, exactly. So hang on a minute. Let me just. I'm just going to remove my logo because my pretty face is obviously far more important than the logo. Who cares? Everyone knows they're here. They're here. It says on Sea Universe. What the heck do you need a logo for anyway? I mean, come on. So anyway, there you go. Right then. So let's just zoom in a little bit. Okay. So like I said, these are the Chilorakis huahini, Asian fawns or huahini bird eaters. Have they got any more common names? Do they need any more common names? I don't think so. So these also obviously came from Invert Kingdom, UK. There they are, guys, right down there. And they're just making sure that I'm doing everything right, watching me like a hawk, no doubt. So yeah, we were just talking about, Tardex was just saying that males are incredibly hard to come by, which unfortunately is a common theme for a lot of species. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I decided I've got 5 of these now. They're not a bad size. They're like they're about 3 to 4 centimeters. Some of them about 3 centimeters maybe.
They're a decent size.
There we go. You what, Ebs?
I said they're a decent size.
Yeah, they're a good size. So I'm just going to. Initially, I was just going to like get them and pass them on, but I think I'm just going to keep them because, and they're Chilorakis as well. They're going to grow. They're going to grow at a pretty decent rate. So
that since we got them, they've grown like weeds.
We've only had them a few months as well, haven't we?
Mm.
Yeah, I've actually just realised this is Chilorakis, and I'm acting like they're just going to like.
They're actually.
Do you know what? I was on autopilot for a second then because I was talking, and then all of a sudden it registered. I realised, hang on a minute, these are Chilorakis.
Yeah, it's not a versi.
I'm just gonna try and coax it out with the brush, and it's just gonna steadily, slowly just go in the pot. No,
it might do.
It might do, but there's a very good chance it's gonna run.
It'll end up in the pot after it's done 15 laps around the room.
So
Like your first one.
I think I'm just going to.
That first one you had were a nightmare.
I was guilty of that the other day. I was mass feeding the Vietnam blues, and I found myself with like 4 or 5 of them out on the table with the lids open. And then I turned around to get something, got distracted by something else. 5-10 minutes later, I turned around and realised there was like 5 Vietnam blue tubs. Luckily, they were all still in there, but it could have been completely different.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done that with like fruit flies. I've just I'm doing the feeding and stuff, and then like Arthur will come bursting in the door, and it'll be like I'll have to deal with Arthur, and all of a sudden I'll look back for about literally like 2 seconds later. I'll look back and there'll just be flies, just like how they just they come out of the pot like lava coming out of us.
Night, Greg.
Night, Greg.
Oh, good night, Greg. Thanks so much for tuning in, buddy.
Take care, Greg. I actually left the lid off my red runner colony for an entire night last week. Luckily, they decided to stay where they were, but
now
they're not in the house.
let me just have a think, because I would love to get the old critter cam on these, but I don't know how I feel about leaving the lid off. He's right there. He's right there. Look. Just tempting me. It's just like, go on, get critter cam out. I dare you. Go on.
They do, don't they? They kind of just sit there like, look, I'm behaving. And the second you get comfortable, they're like, ha, got you.
Well, you know what? It'd be rude. It'd be rude not to at least have a go. So I'm just going to go for it, man. I'm just going to go for it.
It's best when you feed them. They take the prey, go down all. Before you know it, they've come back out without the prey, and they want to get out.
Yeah.
It's like, just go and eat what I've just given you.
It's like, no, this is my pet now.
I've killed it, but it's my pet.
We just did it for fun.
So guys, I'm gonna have a go.
It's like the geckos. They've always like pet crickets, haven't they?
We're gonna get critter cam. We still haven't got a song. Gav, we still haven't got a song.
Slacking.
We need a tune. We need some words. We've got words. We've got lyrics. We just need a.
Are you singing it to Smelly Cat?
Yeah, that's what we were originally doing. We were singing it to Smelly Cat originally. Critter cam, Mitch is your micro man. Not my lyrics. Gav's
now
lyrics.
you've got the critter cam on them. You can already start to see the coloration.
Yeah.
Coming through.
You should do like a competition for the song.
Right, let me just. I'm just gonna have
That's
to
not
like.
a bad idea, that.
I've just got to keep my eye on the ball, because this Chilobrachys could dart at any time. So I'm just going to. I just need a little bit more light. There we go. That's a bit too much light. Completely bleaching it out.
Great thing about Chilobrachys is it don't take long for them to actually look like a Chilobrachys.
No, look at that. Look at the. You can see the colour already. Look at the legs. Beautiful. Well, there you go. Look at his little face.
Googly eyes.
Googly eyes. Beautiful. Of course, I'm not satisfied. I need to get closer. So it could all go wrong.
You might as well make most of it while you've got it in position.
Well, this Chilobrachys has been incredibly chill for now. I love it. Oh, look at the eyes. Googly eyes, googly eyes, googly eyes.
That's so cool.
We need a macro.
I just need a new camera in general, but like, I'd love to be able to just, even if it wasn't to film it, just to sit there and look at my tarantulas and stuff with a macro lens would
Look
be.
at that, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Chilobrachys huahini, guys. Up close and personal. Say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
No,
Ah,
that one.
it's
No,
been
not
incredibly
that.
chill.
That's very similar then.
And there's that classic abdomen shape.
Yeah.
They're very similar to like, because their abdomen's more of a, oh dear.
It's alright, it's gone in the hole. My goodness. My heart did actually skip a little bit there.
Mine did as well.
It's alright.
Yeah.
That wasn't as dramatic as it sounded.
That one suddenly decided I am actually, it realised it was a Chilobrachys.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's still in the. I did manage to get the lid on, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Woo!
Well, no more pat for me.
We nearly had a moment, but it was all good in the end. Let me just have a quick look, double check to make sure he's in there. Yeah, it's all good.
I've done that before, and the second time, the double check has been the thing that got me.
Yeah, I didn't want to push it, so.
It's like, I've got the lid on. Thank God I've got the lid on. Let me just double check. And as I've lifted the lid, it's going, got you.
This lid doesn't actually fit.
I had some trouble with some of those lids recently, trying to get them on the deli cups. I was like, I just couldn't get them on.
This new batch that I've got, I'm having some real problems.
Yeah.
And
I got mine recently as well, and I've had the same problem.
Yeah. It's a real problem because the deli lids themselves, they actually come from the US.
All right.
That's why when I sell these, I sell the 16 ounce, the 32 ounce, and these 24 ounce. I sell them all at £1, and the main reason for that is that the lid actually constitutes about 80% of the overall cost.
Yeah, because you're getting it from.
So it makes no difference really which size deli cup you have. It's all about the lid.
It's all about the lid.
It's all about the lid. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some other lids. So I've got some clear lids here. I'll have to put some holes in them tomorrow. I've got time right now. There we go. They fit. They fit a little bit better. No, it's fine. The lids go on at the very least. Right.
Spooky Duke says, are you wearing pajamas? Always.
Yes, man. Yes. Kind of. Yeah, they're my Scotch broth. I thought Adam might join us tonight. I thought he might quite like it.
No, okay.
I'm normally wearing my Marvel pajama bottoms, to be honest, but not tonight. So there you go. Right, let's crack on, shall we? We need to get these next 5 rehoused. So let's do this, man. Let's just get these done. What time are we on? 10:10. We've got to crack on. Right, okay, let's remove Criticam. I'm just going to get these done now. We're going to work through these. So if you're just tuning in, welcome everybody. Welcome. We have We have already rehoused our mature male balfouri. He is in his lovely new enclosure already. And now what we're doing is we're rehousing these Chilobrachys huahinis, the Asian fawn huahini bird eater. These are an old world fossorial, or what people like to call opportunistic burrowers. I'm not really sure where that comes from because they just burrow, right? They like to burrow. They're fossorial, so that's it. That's the end, right? So, yeah, and these are from Malaysia or Thailand. They are fast, very, very fast. And we've done one so far. This one is bolting all over the place.
Yeah, it's ready to go already.
It's definitely ready to go already. I need to get my lid ready. I need to get my catch cups ready.
Comes from Bolton.
So basically, these are really, really fast. And the last one was actually, I think, a bit of a fluke. This one is, this one's like lightning already. It's just been darting around all over the place. I'm not even sure the best way to get it out there.
Then big pot round so that it'll go straight for all as it comes out.
I just need to make sure. Woo!
I didn't even see that come out then.
Call that one Flash.
Okay, that's number 2. These are starting to. I'm starting to not enjoy myself. They're kind of starting to. I'm starting to enjoy myself about as much as I enjoyed rehousing those trues.
Oh, that's got to be a new thing, that is. When somebody orders a fast species, you've got to put the enjoyment level on the tub. Like,
Yeah.
enjoyment level 1 out of 5.
Rehouse enjoyment.
All
Get
right.
huntsman, rehousing enjoyment 0.
I actually, do you know what? Compared to the others, I'm really struggling with these lids. It's not
Just
even the
tape
lids.
it on.
You could have put a brick on the top.
I think it's these pots, these 24-ounce pots. I think they're an odd. They're really not a very good
Oh my
size.
God. Mitch, just tape it on for now.
You know what? I'm just going to put the other one on top of that one and leave it.
Yeah. It's
I
a
ain't got
problem
time
for
for this.
another time.
I have not got
When
time
you
for
do it
this.
down.
Oh my goodness. Right. Should have tested them before I started, shouldn't I? I just assumed they'd fit, right? You know?
No, they've always been all right before, haven't they? That's...
Yeah, I've just got an odd batch, I think. Right, let's just move on.
Meow. I think lids have been shrunk.
Shrunk in the wash.
Okay, that's not working.
We had lids at that at work,
I was
and
just
we had to
saying.
use a pen to go around the lids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will-
just stretch it out a bit.
Oh. I was just saying, Mitch was
It's
saying,
all right.
you know, the vented lids, that he's been having the same problem as what we've had with ours, that they
Just
don't quite
caving
fit.
in.
Well, no, that they don't quite fit properly. It seems to be like that batch at the moment that seems to be a problem.
Will those vented ones go on, Mitch?
You what, man?
We've got a pile of those vented ones.
Yeah, I know. That's what I took them from. That's what I used originally. The vented ones just aren't working either. These are actually no better. So they're actually worse. It's all right. I'm just gonna have to, like you say, I'm just gonna have to stick bricks on them for now. just gonna crack on because oh, that one's so lively as well. Oh, stressing me out, man. I'm really stressed.
Ready to go.
This is when he needs Gav, William.
You can do it.
This guy is so lively.
Those reflexes.
Woo!
Is Mitch part cat or something? Because them reflexes, Jesus. Spider-Man
No.
himself.
It's not bad for an old man.
I swear I just saw spiderweb come out of your wrist then and just get the lid on.
He's trained by Mantis.
He's
We've got
part
one
of
left.
No,
Huntsman.
I was going to say.
Right, we've got one left to do. We've got one left to do. So if you'll have to excuse me, everybody. I'm normally a little bit more chatty than this, but I'm feeling a little bit like I've just got to get this done, and then I might be able to relax. So one left, guys. One left. Honestly, these guys are so fast and definitely unpredictable. So we'll see. Whoa! It's like, you know, you're in trouble when, like, as soon as you lift the lid and, like, all you can see is legs going.
Yeah, just building up.
Jumping around inside. And this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one out of all of them as well.
Whoa!
Oh, see, look at that speed! Huntsman's got nothing on Mitch's reaction time. Jesus! Oh, if that was me, that Huntsman would have been across the room. Huntsman, that killer brackets.
If it was me, I'd just still be stuck there.
You know that Venatoria that escaped? It bit him without knowing.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happened.
Fair play, though. Those reactions were fast. Like, if that was me, it'd be across the room.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Round of applause in the chat. Round of applause in the chat.
It needs a new thumbnail, this.
They were. That's. I can. I feel like I need to just have a drink.
Yeah, you need a new thumbnail. You as a Jedi.
Or you take a wallpaper of the Flash and put Mitch's face on it.
Yeah.
New identity revealed.
Spider-Man's new identity. You thought it was Peter Parker. No.
Anyway, yes, they are Spooky Dukes. They are a few millimeters too small. They're supposed to fit. They're supposed to be 16 millimeters, I think, is yeah. Anyway, they're supposed to fit. I'm really annoyed that they don't. I'm gonna have to just find something to put over them, I think, because the system I've got right now is not good enough.
Hi, Lewis.
Right, everybody, I just need to deal with this because bear with me.
Intermission. Doop, 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 doop.
Right. Sorry about that, everybody. I just had to deal with that because the lids didn't fit, and I'm really annoyed. But anyway, it's done now. So there you go. Right. Woo! Okay. That was a little bit more exciting than I had hoped. But they're in. I got them all in. I didn't lose any, and I'm very excited about the fact that I didn't lose any. So that was good. So we've just rehoused the Chilibrakis huahinis, put them in several inches of substrate. They're going to use every little inch of that substrate. They're going to dig all the way down. They are fossorial, and I'm going to keep them. And hopefully they'll be. I'll get some proper lids to fit those and get that sorted out. I'm going to have to do that basically before I go to bed tonight. I will not be able to sleep knowing that the lids are not quite right. So I'm going to have to deal with that very, very soon.
If it makes you feel better, put them in that Exoterra behind you.
Yeah, that's true.
Pots.
I could do that. I don't know yet. I'll have to have a think. I don't know. Oh, so annoying, isn't it? I don't want to have to rehouse them again straight away. I'll figure something out. I'll sort something out. Anyway, guys, right. Okay, Lewis is in the house. How's it going, Lewis? Thank you for tuning in. Right, what's left? GBB. Let's have a quick look at the. That mature male is still there, look. There he is, look.
Woo!
Woo! Lovely. Oh, so nice. He's not budged.
Aww.
Right. So, what we're going to do is we have just one left to rehouse. It is the GBB. Mr. Grindless Creatures is in the house. How's it going, Jaden? You all right, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. How's it going? You've just missed all the excitement. I've just rehoused 3 teleporting Chilibrakis huahinis, and but never fear, I managed to get them all in there without losing any. So there you go.
I think Jaden just read Balf and then thought, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like me. He's got a balfouri sense. So if there's anything balfouri related going on, it's like ping, 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 and you're there. If legend has it, if you are in a balfouri related stream or anything like that, if you say either Sidex or Mr. Grinler 3 times, we appear.
Yeah, I can believe it. So I won't be doing that then. Now, you know I don't mean that, guys. You know I don't mean that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, because I've got the GBB left to rehouse, and what I want to do is, I'm going to put it. I don't know if it's a male or female. It's just a unsexed juvenile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here. But what I want to do is I want to remove a fair bit of this substrate, just because well, it's too deep, and
they don't like it.
They just don't need it.
Like it.
I don't like it. The GBB won't like it. Won't need it. Won't want it.
No, I'm telling you, they don't like substrate.
This GBB is the one that I used in my Fatal Fangs video.
Oh, really?
It's like a machine as well, doesn't it?
Cool.
But I mean, GBBs generally do, don't they?
Like,
but I mean,
this will come flying.
for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, not in general.
Like, it's got a right.
Mitch's face then.
What's
And
that?
said it come flying.
Only if you offer it food. It was pretty easy to pack.
I'm hoping
Rocky.
I'm hoping this GBB is going to be lovely and gentle compared to what I'm used to. Rocky Martin, Spider Freaks, you are off. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And Thank you. Yes, hopefully it's all plain sailing. It's all downhill from here. GBB will be very well behaved, hopefully. So thanks again, Rocky, for tuning in. Appreciate it, guys. I promise I will try and get on one of your streams very, very soon. I just seem to keep missing them. So
You need to be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
well, there was one the other night. I just spotted it at the back end. I think I think it had been on relatively early. I think they were on about 10 or 10:30 or something.
Yeah, they were rehousing pokies.
I'm supposed to be on their Saturday stream. I'm supposed to be one of their guest hosts, but because of the time difference, it's very difficult for me to get on there quite often.
Yeah.
So, like, even I can't get on there very often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when you've got 2 little kids as well, and then you're working as well. And...
Yeah,
exactly.
Their Instagram streams are earlier. Whilst you're sorting this, Mitch, can I just give a little thank you to Spooky Dukes, because she's actually sorted us out our newest stickers, which we couldn't get to you for this order because they didn't arrive in time. But she's actually sorted us out with these new ones.
Just a minute. There you go.
Yeah, so Spooky Dukes actually ordered from us, but then she mentioned that she made stickers, and we'd obviously been looking to get like these ones done for a while, and she absolutely smashed it with these, I think. So we'll get you guys some of these sent out, because obviously we couldn't do it in when you ordered with us, but we'll just post you some anyway.
All right, dude. Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, she absolutely smashed it, and then we also got these made, which we couldn't get out to you either.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got that. We'll send you out the new stickers anyway, because we wanted to pop them in your box, but obviously we didn't get them in time. But
they came the day after, didn't they?
But yeah, she's done a smashing job on these. Like,
so
I just wanted to, as she's in the chat, I just wanted to like say a big thank you to her. So
there you go, Spooky Dukes. Big up to Spooky Dukes. I'm actually speaking to Spooky Dukes myself. I haven't had a chance to get anything sorted out with them yet, but I like yourself. I'm definitely going to get some stickers made up and stuff, and getting together with her. We've got a little thing we're gonna do, I think. So yeah, there you go, Spooky Dukes. Big up from Invert Kingdom, UK.
I need to get some shinies ordered. I want shinies in my new logo.
Oh, okay. I wondered what you were on about.
Because I haven't got my new logo ones yet. And I want shiny ones now. The last ones were mine.
I love Adam's comment. I came for Mitch and got Sidex's mug on the screen. Love you too, Adam.
So, right. Adam's in the house. How's it going, Adam? You all right, buddy? You managed to tear yourself away from whatever bottom of whatever whiskey bottle you found yourself in tonight. So basically, what I'm doing is I've taken out all but about a centimetre of relatively well, it's not dry and it's not that moist either. It's relatively dry. But what I'm going to do is I've just mixed some substrate and sand together, and I'm going to add that to the top layer, because obviously GBB is from kind of like northern Venezuela, parts of Paraguay, maybe even Brazil, and they do like it dry. Now, apparently, I don't know how much info you know about GBB, Sidex, and Gav, but from what I gather, in the early days when GBBs were just like kind of getting in the hobby, they got a reputation of basically just don't get GBBs because they just die. They got they were dying really, really quickly, really easily. Nobody couldn't understand what the heck was going on, and everyone just assumed that they needed high humidity. There was this misnomer going around for whatever reason. Somebody decided that they needed high humidity, and everyone was basically just killing their GBBs. So they got this reputation for being don't get GBBs, they just die in captivity. You can't keep them. You can't do this.
It seems to happen a lot.
I think everybody was just keeping them too wet, keeping the humidity too high, and they just didn't like it at all. And then I think eventually, I don't know who or when, but somebody finally kind of did their actual research and realised that that they actually prefer it very, very dry, completely the opposite. So so finally somebody kind of realised what was going on, and they decided to people started keeping them quite dry. And that's when they really took off.
Do you not think that happens quite a lot though? Because it was like that with Versus, when Versus were like, when people first started getting Versus, nobody could keep Versicolor alive. Yeah. Because they were really like literally over watering them, and
people still struggle with Versus.
Yeah, some people, you still see it now with Versus. Some people really struggle with them. We never had an issue with any of the Versus we've ever had, have we? Because people were literally like spraying them every day and spiking their humidity.
And the Versus was my first ever tarantula, weren't it?
Yeah, and let's face it, like Versus aren't an arid species by any means, but that doesn't mean. See, I think the misconception is when you get a tropical species, people think that means you need to keep them in monsoon conditions.
Yeah.
And you don't at all. And I think it happens quite a lot.
And people seem to get humidity and moisture confused with each other as well.
Moisture and humidity are different, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, people seem to think that high humidity means just like completely wet them through, Yeah. Obviously, there's a massive difference between humidity and wetness. They're two.
That's a good point as well. Over in Exotic says Anceladonia, like same thing with those. People have the same issue with them with keeping them with Celadonia. No, I've not had a lot of luck with them, just through sheer like clumsy accidents that have happened. The first one I had escaped. The second one I accidentally knocked the enclosure off the shelf and it died. But that's not to do with its actual husbandry requirements. A lot of the issue with Celadonia is people overcare for them.
Like really well.
Yeah, people like Celadonia. People overcare for them, because they look so fragile and they're so they were so expensive. People are constantly paranoid about what's going to happen to them and are constantly checking on them and messing with them and spraying them, and they end up doing them more harm than good. Sometimes you can, like, some things thrive on not neglect, but the phrase is it thrives on neglect. You can sometimes do too much, and I think that's where sometimes it goes wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a Celadonia as well, and it's the only species of anything that I've ever had that I actually keep right next to me in my feeding room. It's just like every day. And it's not because I'm over like kind of looking after it, so to speak. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm basically just checking on it every single day. Every day I'm grabbing the pot and I'm like looking at it thinking, are you still alive?
He's not joking.
People are like that because of how expensive they are as well.
Yeah. But I think the other thing is,
which are you gonna do, aren't you? Like, if something's really expensive and you know that it can be quite fragile, you're gonna worry.
Yeah, you are gonna want to make sure everything's okay.
So I've never spent
a lot of people do steer away from them because of that as well.
I've never spent so much money on an individual, to be honest.
It wasn't an easy decision because I seen you all in the
I was the same though.
I'll be honest, I'm not very good at spending money, lots of money on like a particular thing, just like one thing or another.
It's like when we got your first one, I think it was about 300 quid.
Yeah, my first one was 300 quid, but I'm very lucky.
Unit one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't take I don't say this as a bragging thing at all, but I'm very fortunate. I've never paid for a Caledonia, and I've owned 2, but I've also had a lot of bad luck with them. Like I had one gifted to me by the YouTube community when they were 300 quid, and that one escaped, so I was devastated. And then I was gifted one by Tarantula Dan from his pairing with Martin Lewis, was it? I think it was, and that one I sadly died. So like, so I can fully appreciate it is a massive decision, especially when they were £300 to buy one.
His first one when they were like 400-500 quid, that literally just come into hobby.
It's a big amount. It's a big decision. When it doesn't matter what species it is. If it's an expensive species, it is a big decision, especially when it's a sling, because any sling can be quite fragile, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when they were really new to the hobby as well. So like, not many people knew how to keep them either. It's like the pennels as well. Like they came into the hobby, and not many people knew how to keep them. And at one point, you had the biggest one, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought the first GBB I ever saw available of the Pennel Howletorum.
Then you actually ended up having a larger one than actual Mark Pennel.
You have the same sort of thing with mantises, though, don't you, Mitch?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you were. To be honest, I can't remember the last time I spent a serious amount of money on a really what you would call an exotic kind of species. It's to be honest, I've kind of been there. Some years ago, I went through that phase some years ago where I was just trying to get the holy grail of the species. The exotics. You spend an absolutely ridiculous amount of money trying to get, those really sought after species, and I would never go into it here, but the amount of money that's like gone trying to get the holy grail of mantis species over the years. But I'm leaving it to so much easier now, though, to be honest, so much easier to get a hold of really, really exotic species of just about anything now. It's like you were saying with the tarantulas, compared to even 5 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. It's just so easy to get a hold of what you would have considered really rare species just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So, what's the most expensive mantis then?
Well, I mean, it's all relative, to be honest, because they come and go. But there are some species at the moment going for like really, really young nymphs, going for about 100 quid. So we're looking at things like whether their common names are like the dragon mantis, Stenophila.
Sounds cool.
Dragon mantis. They're going for about 100 quid at the moment per very, very young nymph. There's another type of dragon mantis, Toxinera dragon mantis, which is really, really rare, very, very difficult to keep in captivity. I mean, you're looking at even more hundreds of pounds for those. An ooth of one of those will probably cost you somewhere in the region of about 1,500 quid.
Wow.
Just for one ooth that may or may not hatch, and if it does hatch, it'll only hatch between 8 and 15 nymphs.
That one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Second have a look. I haven't seen it. Oh wow, that's weird.
Stenophila dragon mantis. They're going for about 100 quid a pop at the moment.
Wow.
If you're lucky enough to find them, anyway.
There's one listed on eBay.
Terrified to get that.
See, this is what I like about the hobby, and the fact that, like, I, by no stretch of the imagination, am anywhere remotely knowledgeable about mantis. But, like, somebody could come to me asking about mantis, and I know that there will be at least 1 or 2 people I know that I can send them to that are really good with mantis. And that's why I think it's great, because even if you don't have to be knowledgeable about everything. You will potentially know somebody who will be really good with whatever it is somebody's got a question about. And I think that's my favorite thing is, like, I don't need to be like super knowledgeable about everything, because I can guarantee I know somebody who will be able to help if someone comes and asks me a question. So like, I will never pretend to be someone who's super knowledgeable about mantis. I would sooner say, I don't know, but go and ask this person, because that's your best person to ask. I think that's the best thing about just getting to know people in this hobby.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm kind of the same with teas and stuff, because obviously I spent the first half of my kind of invert career mainly focusing on mantis and true spiders, but tarantulas kind of came into it quite late, really. Basically, as soon as I got the shed, I was able to. As soon as I got the shed, I was able to got the green light on being able to keep all things bitey, stingy, all the things I was never allowed in the house. So when I got the shed about 4 years ago, that's when I really started, thinking about tarantulas a little bit more. I mean, they've been on my radar for as long as I've been into inverts, which is a long time. But I've never seriously kind of got into them, started keeping them more and more and more. I've had the odd one here and there. I've had the odd one as a hobby, over the years. But you don't really truly learn, I don't think, until you start seriously thinking about their their life cycle, thinking about breeding them, growing them up from slings, and basically just getting more and more species as well. So, so it's really started to take off now. But there is so much more to learn, so much more. And like I was saying, like you were just saying about passing people on to other people when it comes to mantis, I would always do the same about tarantulas. I mean, I can give people the basic advice, certain species, basic care, and all that sort of thing. But when it comes to things like breeding and various other more kind of more knowledgeable things that you need in order to really progress in the hobby, I would never pretend to. I would never blag people when it comes to stuff like that.
I have people that are species dependent as well. So, like, if it's stuff to do with, like, say, Bals, for instance, I'll either say, speak to Francis, speak to Jaden, speak to Amy, because they're the three people that I know are the more knowledgeable ones when it comes to balfouri. And then if it's another species, like GBBs, go see Steve.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's always going to be someone.
David Wurzel.
There's always going to be someone that can help, and I just don't think, if you don't know, I don't think there's any harm in saying, look, I'm not the best person to ask, but speak to this person, because at the end of the day, if you try and fake it, one, you're probably going to get caught out at some point, and two, you're going to give somebody bad advice, and then potentially that could mean that their invert, whatever it is, ends up dying off your bad advice. So I think sometimes you just have to put your pride aside, because nobody can know everything. Sometimes you just have to put your pride aside and say, look, this is probably the person you want to speak to. There's no harm in that at all.
I mean, the amount of people at the show asked us what a
It's like Bruno, we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Like, at the show, though, like, the amount of people that were speaking to you about what's a good starter. And
see, brachypelmas is my thing. I've never had a massive interest in brachypelmas, so my knowledge isn't huge. So when people talk to me about brachypelmas, I'm like, look, I can tell you so much, but this person's probably better to speak to.
Yeah, exactly. Right, okie doke, it's showtime. So I've done my little enclosure. There we go. I've just been quietly getting on with it. I think I quite like it. Plenty of room in there. Plenty of anchor points. Lots of anchor points at the sides. Here, 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 and here. Lovely. There we go.
Hopefully that'll just build a hammock in the middle.
Yeah. Basically, I've left loads of room. There you see.
It's a really good Weber, this one as well.
So I've given it every opportunity. I've left loads of space. I have put a little hide in there, just a little piece of cork bark in there. The main reason being is because obviously when I put the GBB inside, there's no web in there already. It's got nowhere to hide. It's got nowhere to go. So just in case the little guy feels like, wants to just hide away a little bit, I've put a piece of cork bark in there. Obviously, eventually, it's going to web the whole thing up, and it's going to have its own little hidey holes and its own little areas to go and hide away, and have its little ambush holes and all those little cool chambers that they make, that they web out. So eventually, it will do that for itself. But for now, obviously, when I put it in there, it's going to just be completely exposed. So I've obviously put a little bit of hide in there. There's also a leaf in there as well. There's a leaf at the back, so it can go and hide around there at the back as well. But I've put plenty of anchor points in there, anchor point there, all in the top, all in the four corners. So I think that's all right. I think that'll do. It's going to hopefully it will like it in there. Should be plenty of space. Let me just. And hopefully there'll be no drama here. Let me just bear with me. Right. So there we go. Going to rehouse the GBB. And there it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That's bigger than those other ones.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's bigger and smaller. I've got some that are a bit smaller, and I've got some that are a bit bigger. So hopefully this enclosure should be just right for it. So I'm hoping we should really have no real drama with this guy. Hopefully. Famous last words.
But it would loss.
Get me cat cook ready just in case, but I don't think we'll need it. There we go, look.
No, it's super chill, this.
Super chill.
Don't say that. No, if it's not, it's going to look bad on you, innit?
Look, if I can rehouse it,
look at
without
that.
any
It
problems.
knows exactly where it's going.
Oh, new home. Let me check it out.
It only goes wrong when Tim says it.
Yeah. Good web at that one.
I just said that.
That enclosure will look really cool when it's got the webbing and everything.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. Well, I mean, I've basically engineered it so that all the anchor points are obviously around the outsides.
Yeah.
It's there and there. Put one here, and then hopefully it'll just
It's
web
such a
up.
nice GBB though, that one.
But it's
The webbing's good on the ones that you've got available as well, though, isn't it? On the boreal style.
Yeah, they've all done a good job. Yeah, because I've got a few similar size to this, and they're all in small like arboreals, and they've just done a really nice job. I think if you have that extra height, it just encourages them to just.
I was going to ask you this.
Come up a little bit, doesn't it?
Because I've recently acquired an adult female, and I've set her up I've always set my GBBs up in cubes, and I've set this new female up in a more arboreal enclosure.
Yeah.
And seeing the difference in how she's acted, she's literally got almost like a base camp at the bottom of webbing, and she's climbed up the top, and she set herself up another kind of web fortress sort of thing at the top.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was about to ask you, how do you find the ones that you keep in the arboreals?
Yeah. I think if you give them that height, then they'll take it.
Yeah.
And I think like you just said, it's. I actually was going to put this one in an arboreal, but I didn't have time to make up another vivarium, and this one was already ready made, so I just decided to go with it. But
I think
yeah, they vary.
Layers.
Push.
Whoa! What the heck? Yeah, actually.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay. I was just looking at some of the other examples that I've got. So this is these are just some small arboreals that I've got them set up in. So this one's basically just anchored right to the top.
Yeah.
So you can see her just there.
I love how they roll the webbing up as well. They're in certain parts.
I just find it really cool how it's like OBTs. You were always told that to keep them terrestrially, but I've seen several examples of them as well, and I've experienced it myself, where given the space, they will go up as well. It's like, even in reptiles, certain snakes, you're told they're a terrestrial snake, they will not climb. Given the opportunity, yes. But yeah, given the opportunity, they do. Terrestrial doesn't necessarily mean that they will not climb above the ground. And I think it's really cool to see, like in that kind of environment, how given the space, they will make use of it.
Yeah. Well, these are basically what they've done is they've pulled everything from the sides. So like the court bark was at the back, there leaning up against the back, and then I've got this piece of stick there was in the corner, and what it's done is it's basically just pulled everything together in the middle, so it can create these tunnels around the outside. Look,
yeah,
it's basically
I think that's really cool.
It's just pulled everything from the outside into the inside, and then just like created the anchor points around the outside of the enclosure to the inside. And this one's done a similar thing as well. It's just pulled everything from the outside. So yeah, it's basically just made. I mean, look, you can see it now. Look, it's perched up there at the top, right there. Look. So it's just sat on its little throne that it's made. It's pulled everything together and then just sits at the top. And a lot of them do that. I've got about 4, and they've all done exactly the same thing.
I think I saw at some point, I can't remember where, I think it was on YouTube, that people were out in the wild and they came across a male GBB, and they actually found it halfway up a bush. There was no leaves on this bush, so it was essentially just branches, and it was literally kind of just making home halfway up a bush, which just completely just shows that given that elevation, even if it's just a little elevation off the ground, that you're not necessarily just going to find them on the ground. They will make use of anywhere that essentially that they can use as an anchor point, really.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And I think these could be almost classed as like I'm going to make it up now. I'm going to make some up. I'm going to say opportunistic webbers.
Yes. Or opportunistic arboreals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was watching a thing Tom Moran was talking about this a while back, and he was talking about he was saying opportunistic, a semi-arboreal, and he couldn't quite get his head around the whole semi-arboreal. It's like, well, is it arboreal? Is it terrestrial? You know, what the heck is a semi-arboreal at the end of the day? You know, sort of thing. So, but I think semi-arboreal just like kind of you know, it rolls off the tongue a little bit better than anything else right now. So I think
semi-arboreal kind of sounds like somebody's got halfway up a rock climbing wall and gone, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like he's not quite sure what to do with themselves. So, but yeah, I think they'll basically. It's like I come back to the whole like opportunistic weather situation. I think they will basically just make the best of whatever situation you give them. So, like, I think I'm not entirely sure in their natural habitat where they do hang out. I can only assume that they kind of hang out over. From what I thought that they had like there was a lot of mangrove-y type areas where they originate in certain areas of where they originate from, and I was thinking that like you know they maybe they web up around. That's why they web up slightly higher because like if they're in like a mangrove area, there's like maybe some there's maybe some flooding and stuff going on underneath the mangroves. So they like raise up a little bit, you know, and that's why they web up and make their homes a little bit higher than just off the floor, which obviously might just then suggest like terrestrial stroke, you know, semi-arboreal, so to speak.
They build the webs and like nest, if you like, in bromeliads, which are the plants that grow on the trees. You know, the air plants.
Yeah.
And that gathers water in the middle. So if they're webbed in the middle, they'd have to have it suspended from the actual bottom of the plant to avoid being sat in water.
Yeah.
Which would also do the humidity as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're native to Venezuela, aren't they? I was literally like, it starts with a V. What place is it called? Yeah, but it's Venezuela, isn't it? So
yeah, Venezuela.
You get all sorts of conditions in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Like the UK, can't make his mind up.
So yeah, basically, from what I can gather, anyway, the best way to keep them is bone dry. You know, we're talking like 35 to 45% humidity. I mean, you say that 35 to 45%. That's like basically the humidity of your room, isn't it? So essentially, it's like just don't do anything with them. I know most people give them a water dish. I mean, I think they drink. I've got a sub-adult GBB here, and she. I've never seen her go anywhere near her water bowl. It's like, you know, I fill it up now. In fact, she's basically webbed over it, like just completely webbed over it, which suggests that she's just not bothered. So I think a little spray on the web, maybe once a week at tops, you know. So if she wants a drink, she can just have a quick drink of the water off the web before it evaporates. I think that's pretty much I think that's about as much as you need, really. I mean, you know, people argue right, left, and centre about whether or not you should be giving them water dish, you know, water dish. So
I always offer, but doesn't mean they'll always use it.
Like we put one in with that one, and it just webbed it up. So
yeah, exactly.
We did witness it drinking off the webbing. So sometimes spritzing the webbing is all that you need. Like
if you want, I'll come to it when you give it. So
yeah, I think so. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I do for all these. None of my GBBs have water dishes in. Like I said, I put one in for this adult. For this sub-adult female, and just in case, but I've never topped it up. I put it in there once. It basically just evaporated slowly. She wasn't drinking from it at all. I never saw her anywhere near it, and then she just webbed over it. So now I've just left it.
That's what you do, isn't it? You will always offer at the start, and then if they don't clearly use it, then you'll just take it out and then just.
It's just about tailoring your care to how the tarantula behaves, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
If a tarantula is continuously filling their water bowl with substrate or webbing it over, then it's clearly not serving the purpose that it's there for.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah.
If they don't like it, and they're not going to use it either. So it's just taking up space.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's just remove that. So there we go. I was going to get Criticam out on the old GBB, but well, it's basically just stuck itself right down the back of the leaf. So I'm just going to leave it. It obviously just wants to be left alone, so I'll leave it to it. But we'll definitely do a feature on GBVs at some point, because I've got quite a few now, a couple at different stages. So it'd be nice to get some nice video footage of them. So yeah. Well, I think that's it. Guys. I hope everybody's all right. I feel like I've not been chatting to people in the chat for quite a while. So how's it going? Is everyone who's around? Mr. Grindler's gone. Mr. Grindler's gone to bed. Adam's off. See you later, Adam. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Sorry, I feel like I've neglected. I just thought to say I feel like I've neglected the guys in the chat a little bit tonight. I'm sorry about that. I've not done a great job at staying in touch. I think Claire's gone, Jeremy's gone. People are going. Spoonie,
Greg's gone. Jaden's gone. Adam's going.
There you go. Waving. Adam's waving. So there you go. Thank you very much, Adam. Cheers for tuning in, my friend. Right, I think that's it. So if nobody's tuning in at this later time anyway. So I think that's it. I was gonna tell everyone what we've done, but I think we've done. So I've rehoused a mature male balfouri. I've rehoused a juvenile GBB, and I've also rehoused 5 huahini grown on slings, all courtesy of Invert Kingdom UK, which have so generously given us their time tonight. And here they are. Hi guys, it's Ebbs and Sidex, Invert Kingdom UK. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along. It's been good. You obviously had nothing better to do tonight. But it's always good.
Do we know what Andy's pairing?
Is it Dimensionensis?
Again.
Is he? Ooh.
I don't know if that is. I'm just thinking it could be.
He got angry at them because she melted out.
Yeah.
Mitch, and I'll just add, Mitch, we've always got time to gate crash you, you beautiful man.
Oh, thank you so much, man. No, it means a lot. Thank you. I might even squeeze a few more streams in. I know I'm going to be doing the Wednesday and Saturday, but
The elegance.
I'm on a bit of a mission because I'm falling behind on my schedule. I need to. I'm trying to get that 4,000 hours watch time in ready before next year, before the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know when we're coming back doing streams on a Thursday yet, because there's quite a few things going on with everyone else. But we do need to get you on there. We've all agreed that we need to get you on there. So.
Oh, is that the
Webbers?
Webbers.
The Webbers. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Once everything's settled down, I'll drop you a message.
Yeah.
I tell you what we'll do. I'll secretly drop you a link, Mitch, so you can gate crash them.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man, because I don't think I know. I know Jenny, but I don't know the other guys.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
Rob does whatever Jen tells him to do, so bless him.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm up for that, totally. So, I've got a few other things lined up anyway. I really want to get to start doing a bit more variety of things, you know. I've got a few ideas that I'm keeping under my hat for now, but I've got a few things lined up that I want to do. The problem is I've got so many, exactly. I've got so many rehousings to do. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm so far behind, as I'm sure you know what it's like. You know, it's a case of which stuff is more desperately in need of rehousing than other things. Everything needs rehousing, but some things are obviously a lot more desperate than others. And the problem is as well, because I'm always buying stuff in, like this stuff I've just bought from you. You know, I've got. I'm not going to say anything, but I've got some cool stuff coming in soon. I bought got a few imports coming in, you know, so they take priority, obviously, you know what I mean? It's like I have to get all those rehoused. So yeah, and then I've got all the other things in between that I want to do. So I've actually got my first pairing coming up soon for the, not my first pairing, but my first pairing live stream wise for the Redunkus. I'm going to pair that female that you sent me, and I've got a yeah. I think me and Gav are going to do a bit of a double team. I think we're going to have a go when Gav's round here one afternoon, and hopefully we're going to do a stream for that. So we're hoping the Redunkus are just going to be like nice and easy for a live stream pairing.
Yeah. Well, we did pair her, and she did drop a sack, but basically the sack was infertile, so the male was obviously not great. So she should be good for a pairing. Like she paired really well when we paired her, so she should be really good for a pairing.
Yeah. I've just realised what Gav's doing.
Cool. What is Gav messing with his hair again?
Yeah. Crochet my hair. Yeah. Threads.
Just showing off, man.
I know.
Have you done? Have you done pruning yourself?
I looked at getting some dreads the other day.
I had dreads once for a day.
No, it weren't even for a full day, but for a night.
I didn't enjoy it.
The extension dreads.
Yeah.
It hurt my head.
This is all natural hair.
I had natural dreads for like 6 months, and the itch just drove me mad.
Never again will I ever attempt dreads. Ever.
So I think if I ever had them again, I'd have fake ones, but...
Well, I don't think I'll be having dreads anytime soon.
I think we should get you some. I'll glue them to your head for you.
I'm thinking of having something done with my beard.
Yeah,
have dreads.
Like a dread beard. That'd be great.
I've got dread beads, so I've got a unicorn bead. We'll dread your beard, and I'll put a unicorn bead in it.
I'm thinking of getting something in there ready for the when we do the shows, aren't we, Gav? I'm thinking of getting some colour coordination going on.
I'm not gonna lie. Anyone who's got a beard like Mitch's, I'm very jealous of. I mean,
do you know what, dude? This is the first time I've ever had a proper beard. It really is. I decided a while back. I've actually had like long stubble for about 15 years, but this is the longest I've ever. I've never actually grown a proper beard before.
As long as I actually end up with a decent beard before I die, I'll have completed a life goal.
This is what I was just about to say. Every man should grow a beard at some point in his life before he dies. A proper full on beard.
I mean,
that's all right. That's all right.
This bit that never does anything.
It's all right, dude. It's
your time will come.
You've got
when I'm 98.
Yeah. You've got a bit of like Louis III going on with the whole beard look going on.
Grow it down here, literally grow it directly down. Have like the little motorbike goatee going on.
I think, man, it's good. It's good. Get it twizzling out. Get it twizzling out at the ends, man. Have a little tash, just pull it out.
I reckon I could rock that.
But now I'm definitely going to.
Let's go.
So I'm just looking. Right, hang on. So I've just got a massive order through. It's just taking me back a little bit. Let's have a look. I think it's Daniel. Daniel's in the chat.
Daniel.
Yeah, he wants to know what your favourite mantis is.
Hang on. Daniel's just
Daniel Wills.
Hello, Daniel.
Thanks for that, Daniel. Buzzing. Cheers, my friend. What is my favourite mantis species? You know what? I get this asked this all the time, and I never have a good answer. mainly because I'm not going to cop out because mainly because there's just been so many good, awesome mantis species that I've loved over the years. But I'll throw this out now. One of my favourites really is the Silnia humoralis. It's a wide-armed mantis. I absolutely love that species. I love it and I hate it. So there's two reasons. The reason I love Silnia humoralis so much is because not only is it absolutely beautiful species, which I'll go into in a minute, they're unbelievably aggressive. They take prey, no questions asked, every single time. They're really super confident and they've got absolutely award-winning personalities, shall we say, in terms of they're just very confident. Now, not only that, they are absolutely beautiful, and the reason for this is that the females are like they're almost like a kind of a aquamarine, sort of aqua blue, aqua green and yellow sort of colours, and they're like a pastel sort of shade. They're not just like, like a deep green or a deep blue or, like a regular colour. They're almost like a pastel sort of shade, sort of style of colour. And if that's the way to describe colours. But they're absolutely beautiful in that regard. But the males are, they just come in like various colours. You've got different colour morphs. So you've got like a brown, reddish, orange, and brown colour, two-tone combination. And then you've got like the yellowy, green, aqua blue sort of colour. That's another two-tone combination. And then you've got the slightly more dark brown, almost like a grey, like a grey brown sort of colour, and blue combination. So you've got those three different types, all different two-tone, different colour styles. But also they've got like a tiger sort of tiger stripe pattern on the inside of their raptors as well. So honestly, you've got this two-tone like orange and brown colour, and then you've got this like tiger stripes going all down the inside of the raptor. So that's just the males. I've mentioned the females a minute ago. That is one of the reasons why I love them. They're colour morphs, they're different colour morphs, they're really aggressive, they're absolutely stunning, confident. But also, the flip side of it, and it's almost like why I kind of like them even more, is that the females are so unbelievably aggressive. They're like something straight out of Hades. They will eat 5 males right in front of your eyes in one sitting without even like breaking a sweat. So they are unbelievably aggressive. They will eat males right, left and centre, right there in one sitting. And honestly, it's very, very difficult to breed them, mainly because the females are just so unbelievably aggressive. But I kind of respect them for that as well. So even though I hate them, I love them more for those reasons. So they are one of my all-time favourite species. But there are so many beautiful, beautiful species. I can't really put my finger on any one other species. I love the Rhombodera genus. I'm probably better at saying I prefer a genus rather than a species, just because it's quite difficult to really pin down exactly what species I want, because I've had so many over the years, and even though there's some species that I prefer to look at, I don't like them because there's things like they're really either difficult to breed, or they don't feed very well, or they're not very confident at taking food and it kind of puts you off. So there's like a whole mixed bag. But I think if I had to say my favourite, it's got to be the Silnia humoralis, the wide-arm mantis. I'm going to go with that. So I don't normally put my money down on one species, but there you go. You got me in the right mood tonight. My mind will probably change tomorrow, so who knows? Do you have a favourite species, Gav?
I have a video of the Silnia humoralis on my channel.
Yeah, there you go.
My favourite, well, I don't know. I really like ghost mantis, but I'm not very good at keeping mantis, so I don't actually own any. But I've always thought they looked really cool. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Dead leaf mantis as well. I think they look really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I've actually
The full
got.
Deraplatis genus.
Yeah,
They're just awesome.
I actually, when I did a collaboration with Tarantula Dan a few years ago, he had a big adult female dead leaf mantis, and I was actually really surprised at how big it was. I expected it to be a lot smaller than it actually was. And
Will that be desiccata, mate?
you what? Sorry,
Will
Gav?
that be desiccata?
What
it was
for
a decent size.
for the small male?
No, female.
No, the desicatas are actually really big compared to the males and females are quite big.
That's what I just said.
It was a good size. The one I was like, Dan
Yeah.
had a female,
It was like
and it was a good size. I was actually he had it on the palm of his hand, and I was quite surprised at the size of it. Actually, like I didn't think they were as big as what it was when I saw it in person.
Yeah,
It's decent size.
Yeah, desicatas are. I mean, the females of all the Deraplatis are actually really, really big size. They're like they can get up to like 9 centimeters, no problem.
It was really impressive. Like seeing it in person, because up to that point I'd never actually seen one in person, and like that was the first time I actually witnessed one in person, and I was like, wow. And then since then, I thought I've always liked them, but I've just never kept them.
In fact, our first ever inverts were mantis.
Not mine weren't.
No, well, because we had them at your mum's. We had mantids at your mum's.
We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not. It's you don't have to be ashamed about saying your first invert was a man.
I can't even remember. That's the thing. My memory's terrible, though. She probably is right. I just can't remember.
But yeah, to be honest, the Deraplatis females are actually probably one of the biggest out of most species. You know, in terms of general kind of overall bulk and size.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not only long, they're quite chunky as well.
Yeah.
But you know, the Herodulas and the Rhombideras, they're all big. You know, they're all good, big, hefty species. And the good thing is the males are generally quite big as well. I mean, there's a couple of species in the Deraplatis genus where males are actually quite small, so sexual dimorphism is quite large, quite wide in terms of those. But the good thing about things like Rhombideras is that the males are really big as well. You know, it's yeah. I mean, that's one of the main problems with breeding most mantis species is obviously, you know, you've got the worry of the female eating the male, like. But when the male is like of certain species is almost equivalent in size to the females, you don't have to worry quite so much. Even though the females will eat the males, no problems. But often the males can give as good as they get, so you don't have to worry quite as much about the females eating them in seconds, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah. Right, well, I think I might have to wrap things up, guys, because it's gone past my bedtime. Now it's gone past 11:15, and I think we might have to wrap things up. So I'm going to say thank you so much to Sidex and Ebbs, Invert Kingdom UK, for tuning in, being up on here, giving us some words of wisdom, and basically just being awesome guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
See you later.
I'm going to remove you guys. Right, so there you go. That's Ebbs and Francis from Invert Kingdom UK. Thank you so much to those guys for providing me with such awesome specimens, the GBB, the balfouri, and also the huahini. So thank you. Thanks, Gav. Thank you so much, dude. I'm going to thank you to Gav. Everybody say thank you and good night to Gavala. Thanks, dude.
No.
Right, guys, thank you so much to everyone in the chat for tuning in. I really appreciate it, as always. It's been fantastic. All the rehousings have gone really well, and thank you. So we're back on track now, guys. We had a little bit of a wobble in terms of the shows have been around, and we weren't doing as many our regular Wednesday and Saturday night streams. But we are back on track now. Next stream should be Wednesday, unless we do a little sneaky, maybe we might do a little sneaky pairing live stream. That might even happen tomorrow, so you never know. Look out for that, guys. It just depends how things go here in the shed. So hopefully there'll be a few ad hoc live streams, but back to business. Wednesday is the next live stream. It's going to be the first in a new series of Q&As that I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on doing a question and answer session. It's going to be a little bit of a behind the scenes, thinking about how I deal with certain situations. People are going to be emailing me your questions. Doesn't have to necessarily be mantids. It can be other inverts as well. It's probably going to focus more on beginners sorts of questions, but we'll have to wait and see what we get. So if you've got any questions, you can just email me, message me with questions about what you might want me to answer, and I'm happy to do that live. It's probably going to go on for about an hour or so, but I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to see how it goes. So the first of that series is Wednesday, and it's going to be Q&As, me answering questions live, all things to do with bugs and anything else going on. So thank you so much. I hope to see you for that. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you and good night. Bye.